In an explosive development that could send shockwaves through the entire political landscape, Elon Musk has raised a staggering question: is the 2024 election already rigged? In a series of tweets and public statements, the tech mogul turned political influencer claims to have uncovered shocking evidence suggesting that the upcoming election may be tainted by widespread corruption and interference. Musk's latest comments have set the stage for a once-in-a-generation battle over the integrity of American democracy. Musk, a figure whose every word carries weight in today's media landscape, has long been a controversial character. His involvement in this debate is anything but neutral. His platform, now at the helm of X, formerly Twitter, has become a battleground for the future of American politics. Critics argue that Musk's calls for transparency only serve to further polarize the nation, but his influence is undeniable. By drawing attention to alleged election malfeasance, Musk is setting a dangerous precedent, one that could alter the course of history. Unprecedented claims, unsettling questions. Musk's claims are not merely a passing thought. They are laden with implications that could reshape the American political system. He points to a series of irregularities, ranging from voting machine malfunctions to potential foreign interference, and suggests that these issues could be part of a broader scheme to tip the scales in favor of certain political candidates. While many dismiss these accusations as the ramblings of a powerful figure with a taste for controversy, Musk's credibility and platform cannot be so easily overlooked. His assertions echo the same fears that many Americans have harbored since the contested 2020 election, where questions of fairness and transparency were left hanging in the air. The gravity of these claims cannot be understated. If proven, the idea that the 2024 election is rigged could have catastrophic consequences for the nation's democratic institutions. Musk's involvement in this conversation is more than just a public spectacle. It represents a challenge to the very core of the electoral system that has long been considered the bedrock of American freedom. Just as the Brexit vote upended the political order in the UK, a claim of election tampering in the US could have far-reaching consequences, potentially unraveling decades of political progress. A nation in crisis. Is the 2024 election already decided? The question that now hangs over America is whether the integrity of the 2024 election has been compromised. Musk's rhetoric is sure to fuel the fire of those who already believe that the electoral system is rigged. With his global following, Musk's public challenge to the fairness of the election process could have real-world consequences, further eroding trust in the political system and deepening the divide between Trump's supporters and those who still cling to the legitimacy of the current administration. Many fear that this type of rhetoric could incite unrest, echoing the chaos that followed the 2020 election. If Musk's evidence were to be proven true, it would signify a betrayal of the American public and threaten the future of democratic participation. The nation could find itself at a crossroads, torn between those who demand immediate reform and those who view these claims as nothing more than a political ploy to delegitimize a fair process. Just as the UK faced backlash after the Brexit vote, America could be plunged into a constitutional crisis that challenges the very foundations of its governance. The struggle for truth and power. Critics argue that Musk's accusations are nothing more than a dangerous, politically motivated attack on the electoral process. They warn that, by perpetuating claims of a rigged election without solid proof, Musk is undermining faith in democracy itself. Yet, others contend that his calls for transparency are essential for the health of the nation. If the election system is indeed compromised, they argue, it is the duty of every American to confront this reality head-on, no matter the consequences. Analysts warn that this situation could quickly spiral out of control. If Musk's accusations gain traction, the battle for control over the narrative surrounding the election will reach new heights. This is no longer a fight over policy or ideology, it is a struggle for the very legitimacy of the American political system. A movement built on the premise that the election is rigged could gain enough momentum to fundamentally alter how future elections are conducted. Musk's question, why, could soon be the most important question of all. What comes next? The question remains, will the American people accept Musk's allegations as a legitimate concern, or will they dismiss them as another baseless conspiracy? What happens next will determine the future of the U.S. election system and could change the very course of the nation's political history. The implications of this debate are profound, potentially heralding a new era of influence for figures like Musk, who are willing to challenge the status quo and demand answers. Now is the time for action. The country stands at a critical moment in history. Like, subscribe, and join the movement to demand transparency and accountability in our elections. Whether you agree with Musk or not, this is a battle for the future of democracy itself. Will you be part of the fight for truth, or will you remain silent in the face of what could be one of the most consequential moments in modern American history? The stakes have never been higher.